This team lightly. They're young, but they're very talented.
All right, Dodgers trying to start this three-game series off on the right foot, taking on the Marlins in this first of three. Let's send it upstairs to Steven Nelson and Jessica Mendoza on the call. We'll be right here after the game. Steven, take it away.
Thank you, John. Hopefully it'll be a party out in Club Ravine after this one. The Dodgers and Marlins kicking off a three-game series here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers playing their last 3 games of a stretch of 13 games in 13 days. Let's say hello from the booth, shall we? Alongside Jessica Mendoza, making her SNLA debut for the season. I'm Steven Nelson. Kirsten Watson is going to join us in just a second. But Jess, the Dodgers finished that last series against the Cubs strong, winning those 2 games by a combined score of 18-4.
Yeah, well, and honestly, the last 2 games, the 18 runs they put on, the 21 hits, and seeing a whole lot of bats come to life. Really exciting for the offense, especially after the loss on Friday.
And one of those bats that came to life, Shohei Ohtani, he had a day that he sorely needed.
Yeah, he ended that home run drought everyone was talking about. But to me, it wasn't just the long ball. It was the 4 runs, couple stolen bases. I mean, you saw all of Shohei's game on exhibit, especially with the offense and everything coming to life for Shohei Ohtani.
It wasn't just number 17, though. Kirsten Watson can add to that.
Yeah, Steven, I felt like everyone was getting involved, and especially when you look at how the offense is doing right now, you've got to go back to that end of the road trip, the end of that road trip against San Francisco, and then that first game of the Cubs series. They were only limited to 2 runs per game. These last 2 games against the Cubs, you guys said it, 18 runs, 21 hits. Dave Roberts was saying that right now everyone is just syncing together. They're stringing together hits, and the quality of the bats as a team has been excellent. With the familiarity going up against the Marlins, he does expect for that to continue, so hopefully that means some good run support for Yoshinobu tonight, guys.
Yeah, Kirsten, hopefully the Dodgers save some runs to support Yamamoto. That's been a problem to start the year.
Yeah, it's something we talked about last year, and a lot of times you're thinking, is this a fluke? But it has become something that's definitely part of the storyline. I mean, the same run support as his ERA, but what I've been so impressed with is even after giving up those 3 runs, the fact that he finished off that game with 101 pitches, 5 consistent quality starts from Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
A special and appropriate coincidence that he is starting tonight. It's Japanese Heritage Night here at the stadium. Those beautiful jerseys. Shouts to Ross Yoshida, who's the Dodgers Director of Design, for putting those together. And we're going to come back right after this break for the first pitch of the series.
Special guest throwing out this first pitch on Japanese Heritage Night. Nomar, you know who that is.
That's Endo out there playing for Angel City. Juggling and a nice throw. That a way to do it.
Multi-sport star right there. Endo throwing out the first pitch to Roki Sasaki. Really cool way to begin the evening. You know, whenever the Dodgers play the Marlins, always a good time to flash back to one of the greatest performances of all time. September of 2024, Nomar, Shohei went 6 for 6, 3 homers, stole 2 bases, become the first member of the 50-50 club.
That's really good, John, just in case you didn't know.
Decent.
But those types of line, yeah, 6 for 60. As you mentioned, to be able to be the first to be 50-50 club as well. I mean, just an incredible night. We were all on the edge of the seats just watching greatness on that night.
Yeah, that night's a pretty good month for some.
Shohei coming off a 3 for 3 day yesterday. Jarrett's hit his first home run in exactly 2 weeks, so it'd be nice to see Shohei's bat start to heat up as well.
What I love about that swing yesterday was lefty versus lefty. He stayed inside and still able to drive it. Usually when he keeps that front shoulder, he's going to get red hot.
Yeah, and that was really the key, and hopefully that continues. Hopefully he recognized that and feels that, and we see more of the same today.
And we need to see it top to bottom in the lineup, Nomar, because as Jessica was talking about moments ago, they just haven't scored runs for Yamamoto, really going back to last year.
Yeah, so let's have the top score because we know the bottom's been doing a good job, so they just need to continue doing what they're doing.
All right, Yoshinobu Yamamoto about to take the mound against the Miami Marlins with Steven and Jess on the call right after this.
Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr.'s new Western Bacon Chicken Sandwich with freshly hand-breaded all-white meat and just $5.99 for a limited time. And by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Dodgers have taken the field ahead of this series opener against the visiting Miami Marlins and trying to ride the wave that has been the Dodgers starting staff of late.
Since April 6th, that 2.19 ERA leads all of MLB, and it's been 6 dudes getting it done. Justin Wroblewski, the recent starter. In fact, he leads the entire National League in ERA. And I think of all the pitchers, not just in the NL, but on this staff, including this guy, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, getting the start tonight on Japanese Heritage Night.
Time now for Working on a Win, presented by the Home Depot. The ranks this year in the National League so far for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Yeah, those numbers will play in his pursuit of becoming the first Japanese pitcher to win the Cy Young Award. And obviously he's not alone in that mission on this particular starting staff. Tomorrow's starting pitcher would like to have a word about that, Shohei Ohtani. Time now for StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. His arsenal so far this year, Jess, what sticks out?
He got the 6 pitches that he's throwing with the splitter, obviously. I mean, that's his bread and butter. It always has been, even better this year. That 121 batting average against, and just the way that he can command that thing, set it up with the fastball, the 4-seam. Of course, the cutter and the sinker as well. The curveball's also worked very well for him, but 6 pitches that he can throw at any point, command all 6.
Now we show you the starting lineup for old friend of the Dodger organization, Clayton McCullough, in his 2nd year as the Marlins skipper. Different offensive unit than the one the Dodgers have. LA certainly built on slug. The Marlins more contact oriented, avoiding the strikeout and what have you. Here's Yamamoto's first pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. Every start so far this year, all 5 of them for Yamamoto have been quality ones. And that includes the last one. Despite giving up 3 runs in the first inning, some shaky plays behind him, he still find a way to deal through 7 innings, throwing 101 pitches.
Yeah, if you were watching that game of the first inning, you're predicting, okay, maybe he gets 4 or 5 innings out of this. Can he even get, out of this inning? And the way that he was able to come back innings 2nd through 7th to be able to throw 101 pitches, struck out the side in the 7th inning.
Grounded foul by Jacob Marcy. So a ball and 2 strikes.
And Jacob Marcy he likes to rearrange his helmet a ton. So after the first pitch, he did it right away. Yamamoto thought he was challenging the first strike, but he wasn't. He was like, I was just tapping my helmet.
Splitter dives downstairs and the count squares up. Marcy in his 2nd big league season. His debut last year, 55 games. Really strong finish to his first exposure to the big leagues. On a 2-2, Yamamoto just misses outside. Marcy hasn't hit a lot, as you can see, with his 178 batting average, but he has drawn his walks, 16 on the year compared to just 26 strikeouts. The count full. Here's the payoff from Yamamoto. Do it again.
One of the things that got him Rookie of the Year votes last year is he was one of the best hitters with 2 strikes, runners in scoring position. Very clutch player, and situations like this, had a great eye. Those numbers not the same. Smaller sample size this year.
So Yamamoto will try again. And Marcy fouls away another.
Last 4 seams all in the same location, way to off the plate.
Yamamoto's 8th pitch isn't the one.
Back at him again. I mean, clearly scattering report against Marcy is ride that 4-seam up and away.
Look, in all of Major League Baseball, the Marlins have the 5th best strikeout rate and the 5th best whiff rate. There's a lot of contact. Still 3-2. How about pitch number 9? It's outside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk.
That's a great take. That's a beautiful pitch from Yamamoto. I mean, just barely off the plate. And honestly, how do you take that pitch after you've seen 4 consecutive four-seam fastballs just an inch closer? Able to recognize that one was off.
Now a 2025 All-Star, Kyle Stowers. Takes a ball outside. He had 25 home runs last year in just 117 games. A 1-0. Ground ball right side, fielded by Freeland on a hop. There's the turn for 2.
Eliminate the leadoff walk immediately. Beautiful job. Freeland over to Kim, back over to Freeman, and get that splitter. It's definitely been the go-to pitch for Yamamoto to get outs.
2 outs, bases clear. Otto Lopez watches strike 1. Lopez hitting .314 so far this season. His first 27 games. Swings through, strike 2.
This is the slider right off of the cutter, and that's where it's so deceptive. 6 mile an hour difference, yet same slot.
That's 3. After a 9-pitch walk to lead off, he gets 3 outs on 5 pitches and a scoreless first.
I could roll.
Here's the lineup the Dodgers are going with to start this series. Ohtani and Freeman to lead off. Will Smith draws back in after missing a couple games with back tightness. Kyle Tucker in the cleanup spot in right field. Teoscar Hernandez bats 5th and left. Max Muncy is back at 3rd base. And the bottom of the order, which has been so strong, Andy Pajes in center. Ha-Seong Kim at short, and Alex Freeland to finish things out. Familiar foe on the mound, the right-hander Chris Paddock. Starts off his evening with a strike.
Similar to Yamamoto, 6-pitch mix. The changeup is his best pitch. He's had 1 appearance out of the pen that's actually been his best appearance. April 5th against the Yankees. No earned runs, 3 hits, 4 2/3 innings pitched.
Paddock's 1-1 pitch. Strike 2.
Let's look at the changeup. After coming inside to Shohei to kind of set up that pitch, and that's his bread and butter against lefties. He tries to throw the 4-seam in on the hands, changeup away.
Shohei coming off a 3-for-3 Sunday. Couple extra base hits, including his first home run in 11 games. And he pulls the 2-strike pitch into right field for a leadoff single.
Is this not just so Shohei Ohtani? I mean, his lower half beat on the changeup. Look, it's flown, right? But great upper body strength and hands. Follows this pitch with the barrel so strong, able to get around the changeup. Most guys, that's a weak ground ball. For him, it's a base hit. It's another example of all the different positions he can get his body into and have strength.
Second straight game getting on base safely to lead off. Strike 1 to Freddie Freeman. And we saw on Sunday Ohtani kind of setting the tone, pushing the issue. The stolen base, got to 3rd on an error, and the Dodgers were off and running. Paddock's 0-1. It's a swing and a miss from Freddie Freeman, who's fighting to find his swing right now.
Yeah, he's starting to find it. Went on paternity leave, came off of it. Just been a little late. I feel like trying to get that timing back.
On the 0-2 from Paddock. Freeman pulls one toward the right center field gap. Long run from Marcy. It's trouble and it's down. Well, Freddie Freeman will take that. after he tells the ball to take that. First two Dodgers on in the first.
Yeah, you'll definitely take this. This is a ball that absolutely should be caught. And instead, it's actually the placement, because of Freddie Freeman, he likes to hit that left center field gap. So you see Marcy was actually playing over towards left center, had a long way to go. That's why that ball hung in the air for so long.
Welcome back to the starting lineup. Will Smith, first game since Friday. Tight back, forced him to sit the final two games of the series against Chicago. Hunts Paddock's first pitch, fouls it back, strike one. In that game Friday, he did go deep. It was his first home run since March 28th. He hadn't homered since opening weekend against Arizona.
Opposite field shot. Good to see him back in the lineup.
Paddock out of the stretch. Smith will check swing number to the right side, but it's caught by Norby at the back edge of the dirt. It'll bring up Kyle Tucker in a run-scoring situation. A Dodger hitter who has been scuffling in these spots with runners in scoring position. 6 for 31 to 194 batting average. First and second one out. First pitch, ground ball right side, and there's only one play. That's at first, as Edwards couldn't get it out of the glove cleanly. He just went to Norby.
That's what surprised me right now with Kyle Tucker, is trying to kind of find his swing as well. But chased a first pitch changeup. Normally, Kyle Tucker could be very much an aggressive hitter, but this is not the pitch you want out the chute to start swinging at.
Number 37,
Oscar Hernandez is a little late getting to the batter's box. He's forced to use his timeout. It'll be up to him here in the bottom of the first. Ohtani on third, Freeman on second, 2 down. Ball one call. Helmet tap from Augustin Ramirez. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And it's a good one for Ramirez. Paddock comes home and misses in the dirt. Last 9 games for Teoscar Hernandez, 4 for 34, 118 batting average. So his season average has plummeted all the way to 239. 2 on, 2 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sweeper away, advantage Teo.
That's what it comes down to for Teo, though, is just, and that's how with Kyle Tucker, is finding the pitches that you want to drive. And for Teo, he's always a swing away, but he'll chase. He'll sometimes chase pitches that aren't pitches that he can slug. That was a good take on that last one. 2 good takes, and you see, I mean, and it's what you love about Teoscar, right? He's an aggressive, yes, 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 and then last minute no. But a lot of times what we've seen from him the last week and a half is it's all the way yes, and that ball's in the dirt.
Ahead 3-1, Max Muncy waiting in the wings on deck. Ground ball left side, base hit. Ohtani in, Freeman as well. Teoscar Hernandez drives in a pair with a 2-out, 2-run single.
Steven, it's two takes on the pitches before, and that's the difference. He strikes out as he swings at those 2 pitches. And what does he get? He gets a 4-seam up in the zone, and he's not even trying to slug this pitch. This is a 3-1 hitter's pitch, but instead of trying to even drive it, he's simplifying, base hit up the middle. 2 runs are in for LA.
Dave Roberts loving it from the top step. 2-0 Dodger lead in the first inning and not done yet. Ball one upstairs on Max Muncy. Muncy got Sunday off. He's been real sick over the weekend. The bug kind of working its way through the clubhouse. Turn on the Performance Spotlight, sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. Max Muncy has been rolling.
Yeah, if you're to get 5 home runs in 9 games, how about a 1573 OPS? I mean, get hot, Max. Colorado did him good, and it's just continued on from there. Took the day off yesterday, a little under the weather.
He was under the weather on Saturday as well, but that didn't stop him from reaching base all 3 times, including hitting his 9th homer. Paddock's 1-1. Once he lays off the curve. Paddock has lost 3 consecutive starts entering tonight. Dodgers trying to make it 4 in a row for the righty. On a 2-1. Muncy rolls it to second. Backhanded there by Edwards. Nicely done for the final out. But Teoscar Hernandez delivering with 2 outs. A 2-0 lead for Yoshinobu.
Weekend coming up on June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org to register for free event near you today.
Dodgers have been hoping, wishing, waiting, praying for run support for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 2 first-inning runs. The second starts with a curve outside.
I mean, it's about time.
Yeah. Hey,
Yoshi's dealing all the time, and I mean, you get it, right? You know he's not going to give up a lot of runs, but at the same time, the fact that he's had a couple losses in these quality starts, and even going back to last year, seemed like every time he was on the mound, the offense was low producing, but he'd still get the W's. Give up no runs, 1 run.
1-1 to Xavier Edwards. Grounded to second. Diving stop, Freeland. Oh, baby, what a play.
I mean, you just got to love the reacts, the jump, and put on a little cape, dive to your left side, and knock this thing down. But how quick he gets up. And watch Freddie Freeman, too. Almost a close collision there at first base. So very acrobatic both ends. Freeland and then Freddie being able to catch it and then get out of the way.
So a thrilling first out of the second inning. Strike 1 to Liam Hicks, the designated hitter.
This is the part of the order, too, that's been hot for the Marlins. Not a lot of production 1 through 9, but Edwards and Hicks. Hicks batting .349 since April 13th. Been another hitter that's the best in the National League with 2 strikes. And that's kind of the MO for this team. You're not going to see a lot of slug. You talked about it, Steven, but what you do see is a lot of bat to ball.
One ball, 1 strike. Here comes Yamamoto. Fouled away. 1-2. Last dozen games for Liam Hicks. Do some catching, do some DHing, hit some first. One thing's for sure, he can hit. And you look at his baseball savant page, it is deep dark red when it comes to the contact stats.
Well, look at, I mean, just his stance alone, how his hands are. He's got that high leg kick, but he does a great job of getting his hands close to his body. He doesn't have that huge path back, so it's a big, long swing. And even right now with 2 strikes, this kind of simplifies, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto, if there's anyone better with 2 strikes, all the pitches that he can throw.
Spoils a curve. Still 2-2. Softly grounded to Freeland. Much more routine play to the right side of the infield. 2 gone. Yamamoto had his first strikeout to end the first inning, so 6 more to get 7 and get you a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow in Los Angeles after, of course, you buy a large drink.
Catcher number 50, Agustin Ramirez.
To the 6th spot, Agustin Ramirez takes the ball inside.
This Marlins team's so young. And Ramirez, another guy making some noise for Rookie of the Year last year. 21 home runs. A lot of names that you don't know because there are a lot of new names.
2-1. Ramirez was the headliner in Miami's return the Jazz Chisholm trade with the Yankees. Yamamoto's 2-1. Bounce towards short. Kim, low throw. Freddie Freeman saves him. Nice pick at first to complete a 1-2-3 second for Yamamoto.
He's had a couple. First one of the inning, get out of the way of the base runner. This one, get out of the dirt. Saves Kim.
You're watching back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA, and it's brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. 2-0 Dodgers. Andy Pajes swings at the first pitch of the second, lofts it to left, but it's playable for Stowers on the warning track. In that first inning, the Dodger offense looked like the offense we've seen really the last few years, just a 2-out juggernaut.
Yes.
They led the league in 2-out runs scored. It was like the last 2 years and maybe more, but now they got 15 2-out ribbies over the last handful of games.
And look at the hits and how they got them. I mean, none of them were barreled. I mean, Shohei was beat on a changeup and just muscled it through. Freddie, it was a misread in the outfield, plopped in. Great job by Teo, just simple ground ball up the middle, and that's what you got to love about this team. So many players capable.
2 quick strikes on Ha-Seong Kim, who's been swinging a good bat of late. Had 3 straight multi-hit games before going hitless on Sunday. Lays off a changeup downstairs.
Talk about bat to ball. I mean, Kim has put on a show early in the season. The plethora of hits. He's hit pitches down at his ankles.
That one was at his feet. 2-2.
Just seeing the baseball very big.
Former Padre Chris Paddock shaking Ramirez a few times. Now the 2-2. Kim flips it to left. Routine for Stowers. 2 out. Bottom of the order. Alex Freeland, who's already made his presence felt in this game without coming to the plate.
Showing off the D. Great diving play. Take away a hit. I mean, this is through the infield all the way. Not just getting to that ball, getting on his feet.
Freeland says he feels real good at the plate right now. Lays off a curve in the dirt. Last 6 games, batting .353, the switch hitting Freeland. An OPS of .921 in that small stretch. Point of emphasis for him and the hitting group for the Dodgers, kind of staying square through the baseball. And for Alex being short to the ball, on time for the fastball. A little late there, 1-2.
It's amazing following the off speed that Paddock throws, that effective velocity. I mean, that's 92 miles an hour. You saw he was late, but 92 following mid 80s, it just plays up.
On a 1-2 pitch. Freeland grounds it to first. Played by Norby, will take it himself. Dodgers go down in order in the second, still 2-0.
Hey, bring your mama to the ballpark. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 10th, to score your exclusive clear tote bag, plus some bonus points. For more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Yamamoto back to work in the third, strike one to Owen Casey. Dodgers leading the Marlins 2-0 in the first of three. Quickly 0-2 for Yamamoto at the first 6 outs on 27 pitches. You recall his last outing against the Giants, a heavy workload in the first, 26 in that frame alone. Shoot, it took him 17 pitches to get the first out by the Bay. Bouncing ball to Freddie Freeman. Yamamoto covering. One away.
5 ground ball outs, too. I mean, that was one of the biggest things with Yamamoto this year, is a ground ball percentage gone way down, and not in this game. The way he's utilized his pitches, and honestly facing a Marlins team that isn't really trying to lift the ball either. Done a good job of utilizing his defense.
Retired 7. Here's 8. 8th in the lineup, Javier Sanoja. Popped him up. Will Smith is there.
First baseman number 1, Connor Norby.
Now Connor Norby, along with Kyle Stowers, was the return for the Marlins a couple years ago in a deal that sent left-handed pitcher Trevor Rogers to the Orioles. Strike one, fouled back.
You read through this lineup, and it's like they acquired this player on a trade. They acquired this player on a trade. I mean, that's kind of the story for the Marlins. Trading away guys that have started to prove themselves to get younger players.
We're looking for opportunities. It's an org that's reshaping itself really on the fly over the last couple of years. Front office, obviously in the dugout with Clayton McCullough there. Peter Bendix taking over, leading the baseball ops department after being with the Rays for so many years.
There's Clayton. Good to see his face always, even if it's another dugout.
Yamamoto's 1-1. Misses low with the split.
Yeah, you're right. Complete reorg. I mean, feels like just yesterday Derek Jeter was running the entire part owner, and Kim Ng was the GM, and it's a
Skip Schumacher.
Yeah.
He's happened fast. 2-2. Ripped the fastball by him at 97.
Dang. Yamamoto rearing back. We've seen that a couple times early in this game. 97, but at the top of the zone. That just plays up. Not just location, but also the velocity.
Couldn't sneak that one by him. Fastball dumped down into right center field by Norby. And that's the first hit for the Marlins.
That's their kind of flat. They have definitely more flat swing, so not a whole lot of lift. And we talked about that. Because of that, it matches a fastball that's elevated. This one not as high. That's the difference. It was 95 instead of 97, but also lower in the zone. Norby in the 9th spot getting the first hit for the Marlins.
So back to the top in the pesky Jacob Marcy. A 9-pitch walk leading off the night. And that's where Yamamoto was trying to work in that first plate appearance, the outside corner. He was a little off of it to start, nails it there.
Well, to his credit, Marcy fouled off like 4 that were there. And then, yeah, he tried to get that chase, and Marcy would not bite.
Pulled toward the right field corner. That is down, and it'll get all the way to the wall. We'll see if there's a green light for Norby. No, he's held up at third. Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Marlins, and the tying runs are in scoring position.
Rare hit on the splitter. Not a bad pitch, but Marcy actually just stays open with that front foot, almost cheating the pitch. Gets his hands around it down the line. I'm surprised they didn't send Norby. Hits are at a premium.
They're placing their trust in Kyle Stowers to get the job done. Stowers 0 for 1, grounded into a double play in the first inning. 2-0 Dodgers in the top of the third. 2 in scoring position, though, for Miami. A strike on the outer half. This is the same situation the Dodgers offense had in the first inning. Second and third, 2 out. Teoscar Hernandez delivered. Yamamoto trying to deny Stowers. His 40th pitch of the game.
Oh.
Tipped into the glove, strike 2. What a cutter.
Rare swing and miss too tonight. We've not seen many of those. The cutter has been a good pitch. Seen it to the righties, but here in the left, he's just tied him up.
Popped him up. Right center, Pages makes the call and the catch. Yamamoto strands the 2-out hits and keeps the Dodgers ahead by 2. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. Bottom of the third, top of the order. Strike 1 fouled away by Ohtani. Just alerting his old friend Clayton McCullough. Hey, heads up. I hit one towards your dugout. Please be safe.
I don't think he really said it quite like that,
No,
but yeah. Hey!
Ah! A ball and a strike to Ohtani, who's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. The leadoff base hit in the first that came in a 2-strike count.
Yep.
It's been rare for Shohei of late.
It was a good changeup too. That's Paddock's best pitch, and was in a good location where he wanted it, but Ohtani.
Popped in the air. That'll drift foul over the Dodger dugout. Strike 2. So he'll try and do it again here in the third, the same way he did it in the first. Before that knock, he was 0 for 8 with 6 strikeouts with 2 strikes against him. Dodger coaches have been praising the work that he was doing behind the scenes. Forget the results on the field, which were encouraging for him personally and for everybody to see on Sunday. But those results stem from work done in the batting cages. Paddock's 1-2 pitch. Gets a swing and a miss. Dropped the hammer down for Paddock's first K of the night.
Decided to break out the curveball. Haven't seen a whole lot of it. Did not want to go to the changeup. That was the pitch that Shohei had hit. Throws him a good breaking ball. Get the swing and miss.
That's outside to start Freddie Freeman, who, like Ohtani, is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. A lot of talk about Shohei ending his home run drought on Sunday. Freddie's got one going too. 16 games without a long ball for Freeman. Last one was April 6th in Toronto. Bounces a ball to Norby. Tosses to Paddock. 2 gone.
Number 16, Will Smith.
Well, after the Dodgers got on with those back-to-back singles to start the game, Chris Paddock's gotten on to a little bit of a roll here.
Tired 8 of the last 9. And even, I mean, the hits he gave up, they weren't barreled. You got to remember, too, Paddock, this is something actually he talked about, was his lone game last year against the Dodgers. Only 1 earned run, 4 hits, 6 innings pitched, something that he's remembered in a year that the Dodgers went to win it all. He had 8 strikeouts, no walks.
The 1-0 to Will Smith. This is outside. Now, didn't get a decision that game, Paddock. It was his final start before he got traded to Detroit, and he wasn't able to sustain the same success that he had in the other AL Central locker room with Minnesota. 2-1.
I think what you see a lot, though, is anyone facing this Dodger team, it's like it's their World Series. It's their biggest game. And that's how they've approached this lineup. It's opposing pitchers. You'll see it in kind of the result. They get a strikeout and they're yelling, and I forget sometimes it's April.
Smith ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs and nobody on in the 3rd. Dodgers looking to extend this early 2-0 lead. Down the pipe, strike 2 and a full count. Paddock's payoff. Fouled away. So another 3-2. Smith drives it to right field. KC spins around and makes the catch with plenty of room to spare. So another 3-up, 3-down inning for Paddock. The Dodgers maintain the lead.
Hey, it's Mickey Rowe night for 40,000 fans on Friday, May 8th. We'll receive the Miguel Rojas Game 7 home run bobblehead presented by Security Benefit. For more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Only first 40. That's going to be a get here early day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want one.
He thinks that'll be a popular night here at the stadium.
There should be a statue. Forget the bobblehead.
Starting the 4th inning, the Dodgers on top of Miami 2-0. It is 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Marlins. Well, the last 2 starts made by Yoshinobu Yamamoto entering tonight, 2 total runs of support. The Dodgers got him 2 runs in his first inning this evening.
Get it early.
He's probably thinking, all right, boy, that's nice. I appreciate it. More.
Actually, it doesn't really matter so much when it comes, but just to keep it coming would be great.
Now we joke about the run support, but that's not something that has ever fazed Yamamoto. He's been through it before. And as you alluded to off the top, swing and a miss, 2-2 now against Otto Lopez. Never holds it against the lineup for strong. He knows how difficult it is to hit pitching.
You know, pitchers with their egos too. A lot of times, guys, come on, it's about me over here. But that is not Yamamoto.
Pulled to left. A 2-strike hit for the Marlins. This will be an extra base hit for Lopez. Standing up at second with a leadoff double.
Number 9, Xavier Edwards.
Cutter's been so good. This one just almost like Ohtani on his hit, just all your lower half gone, but find a way to get some barrel. Actually, not even barrel off the end of the bat.
Xavier Edwards 0 for 1, denied of a hit in his first plate appearance by Alex Freeland. Strike one from Yamamoto. Edwards coming off an excellent showing in San Francisco, a 3-game series against the Giants. He had 5 hits.
Hit 455. He was on fire.
Lays off a splitter outside, 1-1. A couple years ago, Edwards in 2024 hit .328 for the season. Average took a big dip relative to that last year. He hit .283. So far this season, .340. Two and one.
That's why these, as part of the order, I mean, really the 4 or 5 hitters, well, Lopez included in that, have been very consistent.
Called ball 3. First Dodgers ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. The last one looked like should have been a strike. This one looked a little further outside, and it's confirmed to be a ball.
I almost felt like it was a combination of the two, because both, they were, should we go for it? And then.
So the Dodgers lose one of their 2 challenges. So 3-1 on Edwards. Now full. Ball 4, 2 on, nobody out in the 4th.
Number 34, Liam Hicks.
"52 pitches here in the 4th inning. A lot of just the foul balls. I mean, this Marlins offense just kind of, they have those 3-quarter swings, especially once they get to 2 strikes. Good bat to ball skills. They'll just waste some of Yamamoto's pitches.
First pitch strike on Liam Hicks. He highlighted his contact abilities, so probably not thinking strikeout here. So if put it in play, get a ground ball.
That's what he did for an out his last at bat.
Aye. Foul ball. Smith had to wear a little bit of that. Strike 2, and Trip Gibson, the home plate umpire and crew chief, going to give Will an extra moment there. He's still in some discomfort.
He got his left. Oh. Just stuck.
Oh, and 2 on Hicks. Got him.
Just a beautiful job with the splitter. And you see where that thing started. I mean, Steven, that thing was at the belt, and then watch it just dive down. I mean, the splitter's so good. We know it from Yamamoto. Haven't seen a whole lot of it. He's been going much more to the 4-seam and cutter. Rare swing and miss. You said it. Hard to get Hicks, but he does.
Probably not thinking K, huh? Have you not watched me ever? So now 1 out, first and second. 2-0 Dodgers in the 4th. Marlins backstop Ramirez 0 for 1. on a 1-0. Fastball runs inside, ball 2.
You know, he's been missing with that four seam, same side of the plate, lefties and righties. So it's that arm side miss that he's had, just not that same crisp command, but it's specifically on that pitch on that side of the plate.
Goes to the cutter to get strike 1. Fouled away, and this count goes square.
The cutter's actually been the pitch he's leaned on more, a pitch that he struggled with coming into this game, but hitters are 1 for 6 against the cutter. He's had really good action on it.
This is his busiest inning so far tonight, about to throw his 60th pitch of the game. And this will be the 19th of the 4th. On a 2-2, Ramirez lines a base hit into left field. They're not going to send Lopez. They go station to station. The bases are now loaded.
I think knowing too that Yamamoto was having a hard time just getting in on the hands, you can kind of relax as a hitter, look more middle away.
Four Marlin hits, 3 of them in 2-strike counts against Yamamoto. That'll prompt a mound visit from Mark Pryor. Well, Pryor has a chat with Yamamoto and Will Smith. We'll listen to this word from Morongo.
Midland Live, July 18th. Get tickets now. Morongo.
The last 2 innings, the Marlins have had traffic against Yamamoto. He was able to escape the 3rd unscathed.
This is the part of the order too. You feel confident, you know, 7, 8, 9 coming up. Owen Casey had a weak ground ball over to the right side. Going for the ground ball here.
Number 17, Owen Casey.
Casey was the Chicago Cubs' top prospect when the Marlins acquired him in January in exchange for Edward Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 so far today. Bases are loaded, only 1 out in the 4th. Whiffs on the first pitch. Strike 1.
That's what we haven't seen a whole lot of, is the chase. Marlins done a good job of just not swinging anything out of the zone.
If you're looking for some whiffs, Casey's statistically one of the better opportunities in this lineup. There's another. Back-to-back splits. If you're a hitter like Casey, Jess, are you thinking he's about to triple up after those 2 swings?
I mean, honestly, why wouldn't you? Knowing Yamamoto, he is never predictable.
Here's the 0-2. Late time call, swing and a miss. It's a pitch clock violation on Casey. So either way, it's a K. And Clayton McCullough wants to have a chat with Tripp Gibson.
He went back with that splitter, though, by the way. Just to make sure. In case you want another look at it. I think what Casey was trying to do is call time.
Number 8, Javier Sanoja.
Okay, those lips pretty easy to read. That's out number 2, trying to wiggle through the 4th. Strike 1 on Javier Sanoja. So that last strikeout for Yamamoto gives him 3. 4 away from Jumbo Jacks tomorrow in LA. Ground ball, left side, stopped it short by Kim. He bobbles the throw across. Not in time. And so Miami on the board as Ha-Seong Kim couldn't come up with it cleanly.
Ball was hit hard, but definitely a fieldable ball, especially because he had to play at every base. And it comes out of his glove on the transition. Definitely E6.
Inning continues. Connor Norby, bases still loaded. Ground ball to short. We'll go the short route to second base. But the Marlins get a run and the Dodger deficit cut in half. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Discover the complete Ford lineup. Rugged, stylish, and powerful trucks and SUVs. Engineered for your adventures. 2-1 as we get you ready for the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Tucker, Hernandez, and Muncy coming to the plate for the Dodgers.
Tucker first pitch swinging his last at bat on the changeup.
That's something you see a lot with Tucker. We have seen this year. Swinging at the first pitch is the third highest first pitch swing rate in all of Major League Baseball. More than 50% of the time. 51% to be exact.
It's that balance. I mean, you don't want to change an aggressive hitter, but then it also becomes predictable for a pitcher to understand, okay, I'm going to give you a pitch like this.
Can't swing at that. That was a changeup in the right-handed batter's box. 1-0.
That's part of Tucker's game, though. I mean, he likes to ambush. He thinks every pitch is his pitch.
Definitely have seen a lot of that. Several Dodger hitters have been that. It's been the pulling off ground balls to the right side.
Also, no, like, you know, you take ball one, you're 1-0. Is the curveball the pitch that you want to go after? Like, a lot of times as a hitter, you're sitting something you can drive. And I don't know many hitters that, unless it's hanging out of the hand, they're like, yeah, curveball's my pitch. A good curveball.
On a 2-1. Tucker pulls it to right. Waiting on it, Casey.
Number 37.
The Dodgers lead because of this man, Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, just a beautiful job. And it was the two takes before this, and we talked about it. We were just saying how hitters chasing in this lineup. He took two pitches off the plate, below the plate to get that fastball. Drive in two.
Well, Chris Paddock is a new Marlin, but whoever's been on the mound for Miami, Teoscar Hernandez has loved seeing him. In the last 10 games, he's got a batting average of 500 against the Marlins.
Him and Freddie could start a club. Shoot, Shohei's in that group.
Yeah.
I mean, Shohei's kind of in every group against every team, but
Paddock's 50th pitch of the night. Misses. Ball 3. 3-0 for Teoscar.
I just love these takes from him. I mean, such a discipline at bat. Paid off his last at bat. Now he's even more patient.
3-0.
Yep.
That's a ball out of hand. A 4-pitch walk.
Number 13. Max Muncy.
Brings up Max Muncy. Four hits and 16 ABs against Paddock. All four have gone for extra bases. 2 doubles, 2 homers. Dodgers have a base runner on here with 1 out in the 4th. First time they've had any traffic since that first inning. Ball and a strike.
A lot of change-ups, and that's Paddock's going to be his favorite pitch anyway. He'll throw it to both righties and lefties, but loves it against lefties. With Max Muncy knowing the power that he has had, his ability to get 2 more on the board. It's a pitch he's going to see a lot of.
What we see on this 1-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. On a 1-2 from Paddock. Once he takes a curveball in the dirt. One on, one out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paddock keeping Hernandez honest at first base. Some more months he's trying to improve upon. He's been excellent with the bases empty. With men on base, he's had some struggles this year. Lines it over the third baseman's head into left field. So that's more like it.
I love the pitch location on this too. I mean, everything was away, but look at this 4-seam up and out of the zone. This is not a pitch you see Max Muncy go after very often, and honestly, not a swing you see from him very often. Looks a little Freddie Freeman-esque. Taking that pitch, going with it. Beautiful job there with 2 strikes to get another knock.
Just slapped it the other way. Put 2 on for Andy Pages. 0 for 1, flew out to left field on the first pitch he saw in the second. He try and ambush again in the 4th. No, he takes a strike. Pages had hits in all 3 games against the Cubs over the weekend. Paddock's 0-1 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. And that's a new wrinkle for Chris Paddock. He's always been fastball, changeup, but the breaking ball was never really something he had consistently in his arsenal, and the Marlins have been working hard to incorporate that sweeper.
That sweeper that he now throws about 13% of the time. Kind of replaced the slider. The slider that he didn't actually throw a whole lot of, but that sweeper off of the cutter, what he just did, that combination, it's a good little mix for him against righties.
Pages behind, 0-2. Hitting .480 this season with runners in scoring position. That's where Teoscar Hernandez is. Max Muncy on first base. And now a 1-2 from Paddock. Nub foul.
Goes back to that cutter. So everything has been away to Pages in this at bat. 2 cutters, a sweeper, a fastball way up and away. He's not even trying to come in at all.
In this cold stretch for Pages, he's having issues with fastballs. Does Paddock try and sneak one by him on a 1-2 pitch? Pages got a piece of a sinker.
He tried. And that 93, he was late. I mean, just missed it getting underneath it, but just getting a piece. Just late on that. See if they go back to the sweeper. That was the swing and miss earlier.
Another 1-2. This is high. Two on, 1 out, 2-1 Dodgers on the scoreboard. 2-2 the count to Pages. Flips it down the first base side in foul territory. Norby whiffs on it.
First of all, I can't believe Pages even got any kind of bat on this. This was the sweeper. No business swinging at it way out of the zone. And Norby He thought he ran out of room. Watch him slow up, thinking the wall's already there, and it's not. Pages will take it. That is a gift.
So a drop pop-up gives Pages an extra life. You'll see another 2-2 pitch from Paddock. And he lifts it in the air to center field. And Marcy underneath it. Teoscar Hernandez tagging, and he will head to third.
This is a good tag from Teoscar. See, Marcy actually gets behind this. I thought Teoscar was just going to deke him with it to get a throw, but went all the way. He's laughing there, showing off the speed.
Dodgers on the corners, 2 outs in the 4th. Marlins just scored a run in the top of the 4th inning. The Dodgers trying to get it right back. It'll be up to Ha-Seong Kim. Strike 1. Kim 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. His World Series ring today. A pre-game clubhouse meeting. It's a day Ha-Seong has been looking forward to for a long time. Swings through a fastball and he's behind 0-2. The greatest decision he's made in his life was choosing the Dodgers. Over all the other suitors, more money reportedly out there. He wanted to come to LA, play for the best team in baseball.
And he's learned so much. I mean, he's just a sponge, soaking up, watching. I mean, really understood that his game would only elevate, even though he wouldn't get playing time all the time.
On an 0-2 pitch, Kim rolls it to the right side, charging in Edwards, and he makes the play. The Dodgers strand 2 after 4 full. It's 2-1. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Dodgers 2, Marlins 1, top of the 5th here in LA, the series opener. Yoshinobu Yamamoto at 65 pitches through 4 innings. First pitch of the 5th is a ball to the leadoff man, Jacob Marcy. Center fielder has been on twice today, a walk and a double.
Marcy got a rare hit on the splitter. Good job of going down and getting it.
Two and one.
That's been the pitch, is anything to that arm side, the 4-seam there. He's trying to kind of backdoor the cutter, which is not getting over the plate.
The 3-1 coming to Marcy. That's in the dirt, and you hear Yamamoto barking at himself. It's a leadoff walk, his 3rd free pass issued tonight.
And this is where Yamamoto, though, can be so great, is he doesn't have the command, and yet he's battling through here in the 5th. Only giving up the 1 run.
Which was unearned.
Yeah.
Because of the error by Kim at short. So 17 straight innings without allowing an earned run entering this 5th for the Dodgers staff. The 0-1 to Kyle Stowers. Right back to Yamamoto. I think it hit his glove. He picks it up and throws a strike to Freeman to get the first out of the inning. And he calls off Thomas Albert. Said, hit the glove. I'm okay. You guys can stay.
It's funny because he told him that originally, and they're like, no, we're coming out. And he's like, no, it hit my glove.
An exhale from the home crowd and certainly that home dugout. Oof.
Looked like at that angle that it got his leg. I mean, I think it was part glove and leg. But he's lying to him. No, didn't hit anything. Just my glove. I'm good.
102.4 off the bat of Stowers. Tying run in scoring position. And strike one to Otto Lopez. Marcy dancing off second. Yamamoto misses low with the splitter. A ball and a strike. Lopez scored the first and only Marlins run after doubling as the leadoff batter in the fourth. Back to the plate in the fifth. One on, one out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 1-2. On a 1-2 pitch. Misses outside with a fastball and the count levels out.
Continues to show frustration. Especially that 4-seam fastball command. It's normally so dialed in.
Hasn't been his sharpest tonight, but he's battling. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
I love that this is his battling, right, Stephen? I mean, most pitchers, when they're shaking their head and they're frustrated, they're giving up bombs and gap shots, and instead it's just not the perfection he's used to. Comes back with the splitter, perfectly located. Second one, same spot. Lopez, the swing and miss.
4 Ks now for Yamamoto, 2 gone in the fifth. Drops a curve on Edwards. Marcy on second, Edwards at the plate. A couple of former San Diego Padre draft picks found their way into the Marlins lineup. The 0-1 to Edwards. Tails outside.
Just missing too. I mean, that's the thing. It's been that same side of the plate with the cutter and the 4-seam, and you see it a couple inches off the plate, but normally he hits that corner. Helps set up everything else he's going to throw off of it.
All right, at 80 pitches, with 2 outs in the fifth. Here comes the 2-1. Edwards doesn't chase the splitter. Ball 3.
Really like to go to the curveball when he's looking for that strike. That's been the best commanded pitch that he's had.
The 3-1. This is up and away with the fastball again. And so that is the second walk of the inning. And 4th of the game.
Hitter Liam Hicks.
That's one of the things I think with the Marlins is, yeah, they don't have a lot of sexy offensive numbers, but they don't chase, they don't swing a lot. Really low swing percentage, low miss percentage. So they're making Yamamoto work.
2 on, 2 out. Liam Hicks watches strike one. Dodgers hanging on to a 1-run lead, 2-1. So we approach the midway point of this series opener. Hicks is 0 for 2. He struck out his last time facing Yamamoto.
So they're 31 balls to 53 strikes.
That's not his typical ratio, obviously. Lands a sinker to jump ahead 1-2. Needs one more strike. Hicks hangs back, torches one to the corner. This ball is gone. A 2-strike, 3-run home run for Liam Hicks. Puts Miami in front. A 4th 2-strike hit against Yoshinobu Yamamoto tonight, and that one really hurts.
Just a rare home run, too, off of his best pitch, the splitter. And we had seen him kind of struggling to get this pitch for a strike, so he tries to get it more at the kneecaps. Hicks just sends this one barely clearing the wall and right. And that's probably been the hardest thing for Yamamoto. He's used to pitching from ahead. He's been pitching from behind, having to throw that pitch for a strike.
On the ground to the left side. Ramirez retired. The 5th inning is over, but not before Liam Hicks does damage against Yamamoto. Now the Dodgers trail 4-2. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal with a chance to win the $75,000 prize for Jack's 75th anniversary. Halfway home with the opener. The Dodgers now trailing Miami 4-2. They'll be facing a new pitcher. Chris Paddock is done after 4 innings and just 67 pitches. It'll be the left-hander John King, who enters tonight with an ERA below 1, 0.82 his first 11 innings, 12 Ks, and opponents have hardly touched him, batting .059. They'll face 9, 1, and 2 for the Dodgers, starting with Alex Freeland.
Previous calls the ball, the catcher is challenged.
And so a handshake and a hug for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Just didn't have it tonight.
Calls overturned. It is a strike. Miami has 2 challenges.
A lace catches the corner. And so a second successful challenge for Agustin Ramirez. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. So now the 0-1 for Freeland. Slices a fly ball to right field.
A chance back up at the top of the order. Just haven't had that momentum. We saw it right out of the gate. First inning, Shohei getting on with a hit. He tends to do, ignites this offense.
Strike one. Ohtani 1 for 2. Singleton scored in the first, struck out in the third. Now gets to face a lefty. Just that's been a welcome situation for Shohei. His splits are reverse.
367 against lefties compared to 219 against righties.
Change misses low, a ball and a strike. Kings 1-1. Bounce to the right side. Should be out number 2, and it is. So the final line for Paddock: 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 1 K. So his last 2 starts against the Dodgers, he's given up runs in the first and then nothing after. They just haven't been able to solve them. It's been a recent trend of late where you have pitchers coming in with high ERAs who've really struggled, and the Dodgers just have not been able to get to them.
In Paddock's case too, it wasn't a lot of swing and miss, only 5 misses on 32 swings with those 4 innings. And you kind of felt like, okay, of course the last 2 games in the series against the Cubs, the bats were going, but you're also like, Miami's coming to town. You got some inflated ERAs. You got numbers like Freddie's.
Freeman on a line to left center field. A 1-2-3 fifth for John King. A shutdown fifth for the Marlins. Dodger bullpen's going to take over this one. Last couple of games, 7 shutout, and handling business with runners in scoring position. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Alex Vesia is the first one out to replace Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who was not sharp tonight. 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 5 hits, walked 4, struck out 4, and gave up the go-ahead 3-run homer to Liam Hicks after putting 2 guys on via the walk. So the ERA now at 2.87.
That was the tale for Yamamoto tonight, was just pitching from behind in the count, so forced to kind of pitch a lot more of his pitches in zones you're not used to seeing. The splitter getting hit, the cutter getting hit. Did not have command of the 4-seam fastball.
First 2 pitches from Vesia missed the zone. 2-0.
Well, good opportunity for the bullpen to do their thing, and Vesia, you take away really Friday night for the entire bullpen, not just
right.
him. He's been a guy to you can count on. The command has definitely been a theme of the night.
There's a strike for Vesia, 3-1. His last outing is not enough strikes. He threw 20 pitches, only 8 in the strike zone. Full count.
This is the batter to help him out too. That was ball 4 up above the zone. Casey, aggressive swinger, kind of getting into that at the bottom of this order.
The payoff. Slice foul. Vesia, former draft pick of the Marlins back in 2018. And he grabbed him in the 17th round out of the Cal State East Bay. Casey down swinging.
Beautiful slider too. This is more of a kind of start at the top, go down towards the bottom instead of the horizontal movement you'll see a lot of times from Vesia.
Fastball upstairs on Sanoha, who's 0 for 2. He reached on an error his last trip up there, and that brought in Miami's first run. Marlins been trying to find ways to get him in the lineup. He's batting .328 to start the year.
Won a Gold Glove as a utility player. I mean, what position did he not play? And that's just a huge asset for this Marlins team. It's been the glove, but then the bonus has been the bat.
Vesia is 1-1. Sails high. Slider breaks down and in. No swing for Sanoha. Another 3-ball count for Vesia. Sanoha unloads in the air to left field, and this one hooks foul. Ooh.
He was sitting four seam, and he knew it was going to be elevated.
Ooh.
Jumped too quick.
That fills the count for Vesia. Here's the payoff. Strike 3 called. No debates from Sanoha. He knew it. Back-to-back punch-outs.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't expect the slider just because of what he just did to the fastball, and a beautiful job backdooring him. The slider looks like out of the hand. It's going to be off the plate, comes back over.
Now the 9 spot, Connor Norby. Not a ton of energy in the ballpark right now. There's certainly a lot of energy on the mound in Alex Vesia trying to keep the Dodger deficit at 2.
Always. Vesia is always going to bring that energy home, away, regardless of what the crowd's doing. So you see all his movements too. Paces around, shrugs off the jersey.
Like, all right, I'm going to stand up. Get out the suit. Let's go. It's 2-1 pitch. It's on the way.
You can imagine him as a kid, right? Just like can't sit still, moving all over the place. Let's go. Come on. Anyone want to play catch? Let's go play catch. What are you guys doing?
Well, you know, it worked on the first 2 hitters. He's going to try and do it again. 3rd consecutive full count. Not going to strike out the side. It's a 2-out walk for Norby, and the lineup turns over for Miami.
Normally he'll get that chase too. It's up out of the zone, but this Marlins team has not chased very often.
They've definitely taken their walks tonight. It's number 5. Jacob Marcy has 2 of those walks. little too high on the fastball.
Just not even getting the bite. Pitch is such an enticing pitch for hitters. It's not way out of the zone. It's just off the top.
That's in there, 1-1. This game's turned into a battle of the bullpens. Marlins' pen has been roughed up of late. Popped in the air, foul. Strike 2 for Vesia. Yes, he did. That throw down to second doesn't matter as Marcy strikes out, and that ends the 6th inning. Still 4-2, the Dodgers behind. Well, Vesia getting 3 Ks in that inning. The Dodgers are up to 7 tonight, which means you can celebrate tomorrow going to a Jack in the Box in Los Angeles, buying a large drink, and getting a free Jumbo Jack.
Hitting up the bottom of the 6th inning for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
Well, the Dodgers offense started the night 2 for 2. They are 2 for their last 17, and they trail 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Will Smith, Kyle Tucker, and Teoscar Hernandez due up against old friend Michael Peterson, right-hander who pitched 11 games for the Dodgers in 2024. Another stint with the Marlins.
Fastball, slider, changeup. Fastball will get up to 97, 98.
Two balls and a strike on Smith, who's 0 for 2 so far. They're trying to hunker down in his pregame work, staying inside the baseball.
Well, he's done that tonight. I mean, in both his flyouts, he stayed inside at the first one. Not ideal, but he just missed in his last at bat, hitting it close to the warning track. Opposite field.
On a 3-1. Smith pushes a fly ball to right field once again. He caught by Casey near the warning track. Here's a word from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
Kyle Tucker's 0 for 2 and his season average down to 234. Swings at the first pitch as he likes to do. Tips a slider in the glove for a strike. Tucker has doubled in back-to-back games coming into tonight. He could do that again. He'd bring the tying run to the plate in the 6th. Couldn't hold that check swing. 1-2. Peterson's 1-2 pitch. Spoiled.
That was a mistake from Peterson after the swing and miss on the slider down in the dirt. He knew he was going to go back there, but instead he left a hanging slider. Tucker just flew off of it.
If you're looking for the glass to be half full, it's that a starter is out of the game, and because Tucker's numbers are much better against relievers than they are starting pitchers. 2-2. Entering this game, hitting just 167 against starters, 10 for 60 entering the game, so now 10 for 62. But against bullpen arms, average at 333. The 2-2 pitch. Ripped to right. That is hooking, foul.
That was a changeup on a platter, though. 2 strikes. Peterson now made 2 mistakes. Hung a slider and then put a changeup right there for Tucker just to miss. Look at the location of this. Up.
Another 2-2 on the way. Battled off foul. Tucker will see at least one more. Marlin bullpen squandered a 3-1 lead on Sunday against the Giants. In the last 11 games, their bullpen has an ERA of 5.12. Another 2-2. Another foul ball. The 9th pitch from Peterson. Strike 3. Fastball down the pipe.
After falling off all those pitches, Tucker just gets caught in between. I think he was definitely thinking he was going to come back with the slider. So he dots it. Fastball down in the zone.
Teoscar Hernandez trying to continue the inning. He's been the consistent presence tonight, Jess. He's reached twice, including the 2-run single that gave the Dodgers a 2-0 lead. And a walk in the 4th. Peterson gearing up for this 1-1. This is low and in the dirt. Outside, ball 2. An advantage to Teoscar Hernandez in the count. Look out. Trying to check his swing on ball 3. The Marlins appealing, but to no avail.
Definitely stayed back on that, but it's crazy he even wanted to start to swing. That thing was coming up and in at his head. Start. I mean, if you're going by the back leg, then he went, but not with the barrel.
Now the 3-1. Inside, ball 4. A multi-walk game for Teoscar Hernandez.
So proud of him, and honestly, like the last 2, he wanted to, and just to manage to hold up. We've seen that every single at bat. Holding up on pitches out of the zone, paid off.
Tying run at the plate with Max Muncy. 4-2 Marlins in the 6th. 2 outs. Hernandez on first. Muncy chance raining down ahead of Peterson's pitch. Muncy watches a changeup hit the outside corner for a strike. Peterson's 0-1. Down the chute quickly 0-2. Took a change, took a fastball. Marlins getting the pitch call from the dugout. Relayed from Ramirez to Peterson. And now the 0-2 to Muncy. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew a fastball by him to strand the 2-out walk. The Dodgers are 2 for their last 20.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans on Saturday, May 9th for the Blake Snell Starter Series bobblehead night presented by Daiso. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions to learn more. And speaking of Blake Snell, he's going to continue with his rehab assignment actually tomorrow with the Ontario Tower Buzzers. It'll be his second start. And Dave Roberts has shared that the plan is just for him to continue to build up. Even when Blake Snell was with us, he had talked about how for him, his first 2 rehab outings are just more about feel and how the stuff is coming out. Then he'll lock into more how the shape of his pitches looks, the location, and really competing as he works his way back, guys.
All right, Kirsten, looking forward to having Blake back as soon as possible. It's a different lefty on the mound now for the Dodgers in the top of the 7th. The Dodgers trailing Miami 4-2. It's Tanner Scott. Our Miami All-Star jumps ahead of Kyle Stowers 0-2. He's got one of 3 Dodger relievers with Marlins roots, Jess. We saw Alex Vesia pitch the last inning. Also Kyle Hurt. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out for Scott in the 7th.
It's the same. Tanner Scott is a different pitcher this year, and the confidence and conviction he throws that slider. I mean, you just see the depth of this pitch and also the late break. We've not seen this Marlins team chase, but that slider.
A strike on Otto Lopez. There's a double and a run scored, sandwiched between a couple of Ks. Yes, he did. 0-2.
Oh, yeah.
No question. No immaculate inning, 1-2. Got him swinging. Scott, like Vesia, is mowing down the Marlins.
He's doing it from ahead, and that's something we haven't seen a whole lot of tonight, you know. Lack of command from Yamamoto and Vesia, and now Tanner Scott. This comes in, and it's been quickly dialing it up with the fastball, the slider, getting the chase, coming right at these hitters.
This is up north with the fastball. The first pitch to Xavier Edwards. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Edwards, a switch hitter. Practices the right-handed swing, digs back in. A good hitter's count. It's gotten even better. 3-0. Scott's on the board. Scott trying to warm up that left pitching hand. Temperatures below 60 degrees here in LA tonight. bats have been cold. So it's a hot first inning.
No extra base hits. I think that's the shocker for this Dodgers team. They haven't had a game. They haven't won a game with no extra base hits since April 2024.
It has been a minute. Still 9 outs to play with. Down 4-2. The 3-2 from Scott. Edwards battles it foul. Another payoff. Call ball 4.
Man, that looked close.
Dodgers have just one challenge left. They opt not to use it, and that's a smart decision.
Designated hitter number 34, Liam Hicks.
That's what Edwards has just done tonight. Ton of takes, walks, third of the night.
Liam Hicks is the difference in this game so far. He's down in the count against Yoshinobu Yamamoto in the 5th inning. And hit a 2-strike pitch over the short wall in the right field corner for a 3-run blast.
Got a pitch down in the zone. Splitter. After what had been kind of a lackluster inning, couple walks, and that's been the story.
0-2.
6 walks this game, 12 walks for the Dodgers in the last 2 games. They only had 5 total walks in their previous 4 games. Just uncharacteristic for not just the starting rotation, but also the
Marlins haven't put a ball in play against the Dodger bullpen. 8 batters, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Stand and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Sit and Sleep. It's 4-2 Miami. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Andy Pages leading off the bottom of the 7th. Working on a Peterson slider, strike 1. The bottom of the order has been incredible consistently this year, but it's been quiet tonight. Credit to the Marlins staff for holding them down so far. 7, 8, and 9 are combined 0 for 6.
Well, just the team went quiet in that first inning. Scored 2 runs. Here we go. Here comes the offense. Buckle up. All right. And they've been 1 for their last 17 since. It's just that Max Muncy kind of go with it over the shortstop's head. Single. Again, no extra base hits. I feel like that's going to change. Get 3 more innings against this offense.
Slicing ground ball to first base. Norby makes the play. First out of the 7th. Ha-Seong Kim coming up. The Marlins have a lefty warming the bullpen, and so Clayton McCullough will make the change. We'll see if the Dodgers respond with a change of their own. We'll be back in a moment. 4-2 Miami. It's the lefty Andrew Nardi now on the mound for Miami. Kim and Freeland spots in the order coming to the plate. You see both Alex Call and Miguel Rojas getting ready to pinch hit. For Nardi, his numbers this year not pretty. 9 1/3, ERA of 7.71. Yes, the strikeouts, but also a lot of walks and hits.
Yeah, he's got a high whiff percentage, especially on the slider. Throw a changeup and fastball as well. But you're right. Even though he's got a high whiff percentage, when they get him good. 5 for 14 with 2 home runs just on the slider alone.
Alex Call rips a fastball foul over the net, strike 1. The splits against Nardi in his career. Lefties hitting just .211. Right-handers hitting .268 with an OPS of .831. Ball and a strike on Call. First action in a minute for Call. Uses the traject machine, his VR headset, to stay as ready as possible. By the time he comes to the plate, he says he's already seen about 25 to 50 pitches. Fouls this pitch back, 1-2.
Saw his numbers against lefties. I mean, 200 points higher, 429 on the season. He's gotten the call against lefties. He's done well.
Dodgers trail 4-2. Down to their last 8 outs of offense. Nardi's 1-2 pitch. Slap the other way, and the tying run will come to the plate as Call does the job off the bench.
Just gotta love his 2-strike swing too. And this is so Alex Call. Even without 2 strikes, you see him choke up there, gets a pitch up in the zone, and all he's trying to do is slap it through the right side. He understands his role coming off the bench, gets it done.
You know who else understands and embraces his role? Miguel Rojas. Pinch hitting against his former team. 8 seasons with the Marlins, now trying to hurt him. Strike 1. Gets to face a lefty against southpaws. So far this year, 10 for 21. It's a 476 clip with 4 extra base hits. He's the tying run at the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Rojas hammers a ball left field. It is foul.
Gosh. Got everyone on their feet too, and I thought this was gonna stay. It just fell off the bat too. Barely getting to the left of that foul pole.
No challenge for the Dodgers. That is just a loud strike against Rojas.
Oh.
Lays off the change outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Survival swing against that breaking ball. Another 1-2 in the dirt, and the count squares up.
He held barely. He did.
Last year, Rojas was a pinch hit specialist for the Dodgers. He was 6 for 12 off the bench in pitch hit scenarios. Nardi's 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, but Rojas quick to tap the helmet and issue an ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile.
Call confirmed.
Call confirmed, and so the Dodgers are out of challenges. Quick word from Carl's Jr.
What the cluck? The new Western Bacon Chicken Sandwich. Only at Carl's Jr.
So it's going to come down to Shohei Ohtani to try and continue this 7th. Another opportunity for the Dodgers with the tying run at the plate. Down 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Nardi's first pitch. It's a swing and a miss, a low sweeper. Strike one. The 0-1 grounded into right field, a base hit. Call will cut the bag and head for second. Ohtani thought about second. He will settle for a single and give Freddie Freeman an opportunity.
Second hit of the night. Gets this pitch after chasing the sweeper down out of the zone, gets a fastball. He could just drive up the middle. Call easily getting over to third base. Watch Shohei just think about, can I get to 2? Can I get there? Wisely holds up.
Dodgers on the corners, 2 outs. The first pitch to Freddie Freeman. Laid on a fastball at 96, strike one. Tying runs aboard for the Dodgers. Nardi's 0-1. This is away. Freeman has gone 16 games without a homer. Hasn't gone deep since the 6th of the month in Toronto. Doesn't bite on the low breaking ball. Ahead 2-1 now. Nardi's 2-1. Breaks outside, ball 3.
Similar patience that we've seen all game long from Miami, and now the Dodgers showing it here to get into hitters' counts.
Three balls, 1 strike. Here comes Nardi. Freeman let it rip, and he fouled back strike 2, and now things are full.
Well, that was it, too. That's the fastball he wanted. Just a little late. We saw him swing and miss at it. The first strike of the bat. Just a tick late, even though he was ready for it.
2 on, 2 out, the payoff. Upstairs, ball 4. Load him up.
Most importantly, after that walk to Freddie Freeman, now you get the righty Will Smith. The matchup just changes.
Now, Smith is typically crushed left-handed pitching, but this year he's had problems with southpaws. He's just 3 for 16, batting 188. Stark contrast to his career numbers between 2018 and 2025. A 255 clip and an OPS above 800. But even despite all that, is there another Dodger you'd rather have up there?
No.
297 hitter with runners in scoring position. The bases are loaded full of Dodgers. Trailing 4-2 in the 7th. Nardi's first pitch. Big swing, big miss, strike 1.
I love it, though. You sit fastball, you know he's going to start with it. He gets the fastball he wants, he's just underneath it. But he took the swing. Aggressive one.
Nardi's 0-1. Popped in the air, and it's going to drift foul. Out of play, but strike 2.
All his outs have been that tonight. Just foul balls to the right side of the field. His front half triggering, his back half just a little late.
Will Smith has just missed a couple of times, flying out to the warning track in right field. Can he time one up perfectly this time? The 0-2. Another foul.
Nardi's got that changeup he likes to throw to righties. It's been 3 consecutive fastballs. I wonder if he's going to come with that off speed.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Nardi with another 0-2. Just miss inside. That is a pitcher's pitch. What a take.
Wow. Whew.
Another foul ball, straight back on a fastball.
Nardi will not give in. I mean, 5 consecutive fastballs. Almost all the same location. He had one that was up above the zone. Last one before this one inside, but all fastballs.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes Nardi. Smith shatters his bat, rolls it to the right side, and this will end the inning. The Dodgers leave them loaded in the 7th. Still 4-2 Miami. Cruising back inside Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium for the top of the 8th. The Marlins have 4, the Dodgers have 2, and we have a moment to say hello from the booth. Jessica Mendoza, Steven Nelson up here. Kirsten Watson is down there. And Jess, the Dodgers quieted the red-hot Cubs coming into town. The Marlins come in cold, but it's Miami who leads.
Yeah, and it's been the at-bats and the patient approach. I mean, that's what we've seen is the walks, them kind of waiting out this Dodger staff, the pitching staff first. And now the Dodgers starting to return the favor. We saw them threaten there in the last inning. They need to continue that and being able to have these patient at-bats.
Well, first they need another 0 on the board from Edgardo Enriquez, latest reliever out of the bullpen. Try and follow the lead of Alex Vesia and Tanner Scott, both of whom pitched scoreless innings. They issued a 2-out walk, but then they struck out 3 guys. Ground ball to short. Rojas. 1 out. Rojas obviously remaining in the game after pinch hitting for Alex Freeland. Santiago Espinal comes off the bench. He replaced Alex Call, who was the pinch hitter in the 7th.
Groundout's the first time the Marlins have made contact since the 5th inning. In the 8th, it's been walks or strikeouts. You mentioned it. And a lot of takes. Of course, this is the guy, Owen Casey, now up, who will start swinging the bat. 2 strikeouts on the night. Has chased a few pitches out of the zone.
Ball and a strike on Casey. Here's Enriquez. Pop foul. On a 1-2, Casey strikes out swinging.
3rd K of the night for Casey. 2 on the slider, 1 on the splitter, the first here. against Enriquez. Beautiful look, dipping down below the zone.
Ball 1 to Sanoja. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Sanoja, like Rojas, just missed a home run down the left field line. Jammed him. Gets a bouncer to Muncy. 1, 2, 3. Enriquez puts the Marlins down in the 8th. Kyle Tucker will lead off when we come back. Don't forget to stay tuned for after the game, because it's Access Sportsnet Dodgers presented by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung standing by with Jerry Harrison and Omar Garcia-Parra. Access Sportsnet Dodgers presented by Mercury Insurance. Dodgers have 6 outs to get at least 2 runs. Now the middle of the order coming to the plate in the 8th. Tucker, Hernandez, and Muncy. Calvin Fauché, new reliever for the Marlins. Misses downstairs, ball 1.
6-pitch mix, but he'll lean heavily on the sweeper and the curveball, likes those secondary pitches. Sweeper is what's worked best for him, even though the numbers have not been good overall. .071 against the sweeper. ERA over 6. This is what the Dodgers wanted, to get to this bullpen. A lot of these inflated ERAs, and now just taking advantage.
Tucker on a rope to right. Estuiz, old friend, just into the game, makes the catch for the first out.
Left fielder, number 37,
So Tucker 0 for 4. Teoscar Hernandez, though, has been on all 3 times today. Had a 2-run single in the first that gave the Dodgers a 2-0 lead. Miami obviously has scored the last 4 runs, and he's walked in each of his last 2 plate appearances. His second 2-walk game of the year. Jess, he had just 1 game last year.
1.
Which he walked twice.
Get it, Teo. And if you watch those at bats, he tried to swing. He wanted to. He held it up.
There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Dodgers have had some chances the last few innings, Jess. They had first and second, 1 out in the 4th, couldn't get a run in. And they had the bases loaded in the 7th. Couldn't get a run in. On a 2-1. Hernandez swings through, strike 2. Fauché's 2-2. Strike 3 called. Two out.
third base, number 13, Max.
Going to be trying to put a positive spin on things. Every run tonight has come with 2 outs. So here you go, Max Muncy. Ball 1.
I think it's just hard to even imagine that this game would end without an extra base hit from this Dodgers offense. Not finding a double in the gap, hitting it over the fence.
Muncy, fly ball left field. Stowers has a read and makes the catch. A 1-2-3-8 for Fauché. We go to the 9th. 4-2 Miami. Time for the 9th inning here in LA. The Dodgers chasing a pair. It's 4-2 Marlins in this series opener. So left-hander Jake Eder going to try and hold the line, keep the Dodgers within a bloop and a blast. He's once a member of the Marlins organization, like a few others in the Dodger pen. Face 9-1-2 for Miami in the 9th. Ball 1 to Connor Norby, who's reached twice in 3 plate appearances, a single and a walk. Norby pushes it to right. Tucker drifting back, and he makes the catch. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is on the hook. He lost his last turn, that through no fault of his own. The Dodgers just didn't support him offensively. Even though he gave up just 3 runs in his 7 innings tonight, he didn't have his stuff. Only lasted 5. Gave up 4 runs, but 3 earned. And once again, the offense basically non-existent.
Just seemed like a different story to start the game. And 2 runs. Shohei starts off with a single and passing the bat.
Marcy jumps on the first pitch from Eder, a 1-out base hit.
Number 28, Kyle Stowers.
And it's the closer, Pete Fairbanks. Miami's had an issue getting games to Fairbanks. Longtime member of the Rays bullpen. Getting ready to try and close things out for the Marlins. Don't rushing, getting ready. Potentially come to the plate in the 9th. Ground ball to second. Espinal to Rojas. Rojas to Freeman. A double play, and Eder does the job. The deficit remains at 2. The bottom of the 9th when we come back. Back for the bottom of the 9th inning. Dodgers trailing Miami 4-2. Down 2 runs and down to their final 3 outs. They will face the Marlins closer, the right-hander Pete Fairbanks.
Look at the numbers for him on the season, not what you're used to seeing from a lockdown closer like Pete Fairbanks. 27 saves last year. He just had 2 bad appearances earlier this month. He gave up 6 earned runs on 6 hits. Outside of that, he still has had the stuff, but definitely inflated numbers from what you're used to seeing from the closer.
It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Dodgers to start. And if somebody can get on, you got a chance for Ohtani at the top.
Leading off the Dodger half of the 9th inning. Center fielder number 44, Andy Pages.
Andy Pages 0 for 3 as he steps in. A clock malfunction for a second. No violations called. The first pitch from Fairbanks. Pages underneath strike 1. Ball and a strike. So Pages shaking his head after that foul ball. Again, in this cold spell, it hasn't been chase for him. It's just not getting to pitches in the zone that he was hammering to start the year.
Fastballs. I mean, that's the thing is, it's one thing if you're missing a breaking ball, okay, fine. But when you get the fastball that you want, that you know, that's the pitch you can slug, and you miss it, you foul it back. It's rare that you're going to get that pitch again.
Two balls, 1 strike. Here's Fairbanks. Pages fouls another fastball away, 2-2. Ohtani prepping for a chance. Get somebody to get on. On a 2-2. Pages pops it in the air. And will drift out of play. It's a cool night. The temperatures say 57 degrees. It feels a little chillier. It feels heavier too.
What you used to feeling when you come to LA.
Another 2-2. Pages checks his swing. And the count runs full. Fairbanks with the payoff. Upstairs, ball 4.
It's a great at bat from Andy Pages. I mean, yes, he might have missed some of those fastballs he can normally crush, but he ended up laying off of that sweeper, work himself back in that count.
The Dodgers have emptied their bench. Dalton Rushing the last one off, but he's first in terms of slugging percentage in all of baseball this year.
974 slug. It's allowed Will Smith when he had that sore back.
Strike 1 from Fairbanks.
For Rushing to be able to get all those opportunities and at bats and consistency.
7 home runs his first 27 ABs, but none in his last 12. He's the tying run at the plate. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Lays off a four-seamer at 98 and takes advantage.
That is a great take. I mean, that just barely misses up above the zone.
The 2-1. It's a strike. And that evens the count. The 2-2. Low. Full. The pitch from Fairbanks is upstairs. Back-to-back walks. Tying runs on in the bottom of the ninth.
Shortstop, number 72, Miguel Rojas.
Fairbanks had just one walk in his first 9 games this year. This outing tonight, 2 to start. 2 on. Nobody out. Miguel Rojas back at the plate. Pulls back the bunt attempt as that was upstairs, ball 1. Rojas came off the bench, pinch hitting in the 7th. He struck out. That was the result, the final result of that PA. But that was shortly after he just missed a home run, foul of the left field pole. Infield in for Miami. The 1-0 pitch. Bunted in the air. Ramirez underneath it. And that's the first out of the ninth.
Okay, when you're down by 2, sacrifice there.
Oh, here you go. On Japanese Heritage Night here at Dodger Stadium. Shohei Ohtani has a chance in the bottom of the 9th to deliver another moment. He's 2 for 4 so far. He has the tying runs on base, only 1 out. He is 1 for 3 in his career against Pete Fairbanks. That 1 hit, a home run. Fouls away, strike 1. Fouled straight back quickly. 0-2.
Fastball just above the zone, but he was right on it.
The Dodgers do not have an extra base hit tonight yet. The 0-2 pitch. Downstairs, check swing, no swing. Ooh. Ooh. The 1-2 from Fairbanks. That squares the count. One for 3 against Fairbanks with that home run, but also 2 strikeouts. Tying runs on base. The winning run is at the plate. The 2-2. Scorcher, right field, toward the corner. It one hops over the wall. Pages scores. Rushing has to stop at third. But it's a 1-run game. And there's the extra base hit we've been waiting for.
First one of the game, Steven, and this one on a slider that just kind of hangs more up in the zone. And Ohtani, a beautiful job driving this thing down the line. One hopping over the wall.
Second and third, only 1 out. Tying run 90 feet away. Winning run in the scoring position. The infield comes in for Miami. Fairbanks to Freeman. Upstairs, ball 1. Excellent work by Ramirez. If that gets by him, who knows if they send rushing. The pitch. Misses, ball 2. Now everyone's waiting on a Freeman homer. And how about just that textbook double in the gap? On a 2-0. Fairbanks misses, down and in, ball 3.
Outfield pulled so far in, make sure that winning run does not score, and they're just going to put him on.
Intentionally walked Freeman to load the bases for Will Smith.
Number 16, Will Smith.
Three walks from Pete Fairbanks that matches his career high, and an old envoy comes out of the Marlins dugout to examine their closer.
We saw something for that last pitch.
And he's going to come out of the game. So an injury to Pete Fairbanks. No one was up warming, so someone will have all the time they need to warm up. We'll be back in a moment. 4-3 Miami, but the Dodgers have the bases loaded in the ninth. Shohei Ohtani with back-to-back 3-hit games after 0 before Sunday. He's done it on consecutive days, and he's given the Dodgers a chance to complete a 9th-inning rally.
First extra base hit coming in the 9th inning, and Shohei Ohtani getting his team within 1 run, tying this thing up. An opportunity for Will Smith to walk it off.
Because the Marlins are making a change because of an injury, Tyler Phillips will have all the time he wants and needs to get loose. And that means a lot more time of waiting for Will Smith.
Pete Fairbanks, you see him just kind of opening and closing his hand. A lot of times that's just nerve feeling. Clayton McCullough came out there. Pete Fairbanks tried to argue that he was okay, that he could stay in, but I think when they saw that, it's just a lack of feeling, which you saw. I mean, how many fastballs, Steven, did we see miss way up above the zone? As Tyler Phillips gets into this game, the most consistent reliever actually for the Marlins early on in this season, usually for multiple innings.
Here's the thing, 17 innings, 18 strikeouts. He's got punch-out stuff, but a dozen walks issued as well. There's only 1 out in this 9th inning, and a tying run is obviously on third base. So if you're Will Smith, you don't have to necessarily be in a hurry against this guy.
Patience, and the best pitch is the splitter as well, so he actually has reverse splits. Does better against lefties. He matches up well for Will Smith.
Phillips is a guy who was designated for assignment before last year. That led to his trade to the Marlins, and he seems to have found a home at the back of the Miami bullpen. Last year's final 25 appearances, spanning 37 in the 3rd innings. His ERA was 1.21. So here you go. Dodgers trail 4-3. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. The man at the plate has 8 career walk-off hits. Will we see a 9th? Ball 1 outside. The 1-0. Lands in there and levels the count. Infield in for Miami. The 1-1 from Phillips. Grounded foul. Strike 2. The 1-2 from Phillips. Tipped into the glove, strike 3.
Goes to that fastball. Just right on the outside part of the plate.
23, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker has had a couple of game-winning knocks, but he hasn't really had a moment just yet as a Dodger. Strike one pulled foul into the Marlins dugout. He's the Dodgers' last hope. Tying run on third, winning run in scoring position. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-1. Tucker with a base hit into center field. Rushing scores. Here comes Ohtani. And Kyle Tucker has his moment. A walk-off winner.
Keep Kyle Tucker from swinging and that at bat. I mean, you talked about the walks from Phillips and the fact that he had to be patient, maybe for Will Smith, but not for Kyle Tucker. He swung a splitter, first pitch. Second pitch ends up driving it right up the middle. Could not ask for a more perfect way to get 2 runs in to walk it off. And Kyle Tucker, yes, has his moment.
How about that reaction from Dave Roberts? First jewel on King Tuck's Dodger blue crown.
Look at that swing. I mean, takes this splitter, and honestly, it's like 70%. Just literally get this thing up the middle to get 2 runs in rushing, and then Ohtani.
Fourth career walk-off hit for Kyle Tucker, but his first in Los Angeles. To start this series off the right way. The Dodgers with another comeback victory, 5-4 the final. Tonight's hero down on the field with Kirsten Watson.
Thank you, Stephen. Kyle, you came up to me. You said, finally, you've got your huge moment with the team. Obviously, a walk-off is special at any time, but with a new team, what is that like for you?
It's huge. Any win, in this game is huge. So to get that walk-off right there in front of our home fans is awesome.
Obviously, didn't get to see too much from Phillips, but with the at-bat ahead of you. Oh, buddy. That's the welcome to the Dodgers moment. Look, but what were you seeing from Phillips just to get that swing to bring home Shohei?
I mean, there were some phenomenal at-bats in front of me, just giving me the opportunity to right there. The guys just grinded throughout the whole game, just battling back right there, and worked out well for us.
When you can have these type of moments, what does it do just for you as you're looking to get things going at the plate?
Yeah, it's nice. Can't complain when you get a hit to win the game, so we'll try with that.
All right, Kyle, congratulations on this moment and this win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Kirsten. And the Dodger fans can say thank you to Kyle Tucker. A walk-off base hit to set off the party in Club Ravine. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is going to break this one down next. For Jess Mendoza, Kirsten Watson, and our amazing crew, headed up by Matt Graham this evening, I'm Stephen Elson saying thanks for watching. Let's do it again tomorrow night, shall we?